Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassi,
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Many thanks for joining us on today's transmission on your number one radio station, African Patriot Radio. Time check Africa. The time is 1:09 in West Africa, 2:09 in Central and South Africa, and 3:09 in East Africa. This is Information African News reaching you from African Patriot Radio. You can listen to this broadcast by live streaming at www.facebook.com/African Patriot Radio/videos. My name is Elvis Oga. Police in the Democratic Republic of Congo has arrested Mwenwanda Nsemi, a self-styled prophet and leader of a separatist religious sect, following heavy gunfire in the state capital, Kinshasa. Nsemi, a former member of parliament whose Bundu Dia Congo BDK group dreams of restoring the Congo kingdom that thrived for centuries before the colonial era around the mouth of the Congo River, has a strong following in Western Congo and has been a thorn in the side of successive governments. He was arrested in March 2017 after leading deadly protests against former President Joseph Kabila, only to be broken out of prison by his supporters 2 months later. The arrest of Nsemi on Friday took place after clashes with police on Wednesday in a neighboring province in which 14 BDK members died. The World Health Organization on Friday named former Nigerian's Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, as special envoy for the newly inaugurated Access to COVID-19 Tools ACT Accelerator, an initiative for international collaboration aimed at accelerating the development, production, and equitable distribution of COVID-19 drug test kits and vaccines around the world. She is to serve alongside British business executive Sir Andrew Whitty in the same capacity to mobilize international commitment to the initiative. Director General of the organization, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, made the announcement during the launch of the ACT Accelerator via webinar from Geneva. Okonjo-Iweala is an international respected economist and development expert who has served as managing director of the World Bank, among other assignments. At least 12 rangers have been killed by suspected members of a Rwandan rebel group in the Virunga National Park in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Government official Cosmo Wilingula said Friday's attack was the deadliest in recent history. According to him, about 60 militia men had ambushed a convoy of civilians that was being protected by the rangers. A statement on the park's website said there were indications that this was an attack on the local civilian population, but Virunga Park rangers lost their lives responding to the attack in defense of the local population. From the world of entertainment, with the widespread of the COVID-19 and lockdown order, Nollywood actress Tonto Dike has issued a scary warning to the public saying, stay at home or book an appointment with the funeral home. Posting on her official Instagram page, the ex-wife to Churchill Olakunle wrote, guess who is open to do your hair, nails, and eyebrows? The funeral home. If you want an appointment, keep running around. And on sport, Thomas Partey has enjoyed a meteoric rise in football as he's attracted interest from Arsenal Football Club, coming a long way from his poverty-stricken existence in Ghana. A mainstay in Atletico Madrid's rigid midfield system, he has provided the skill and determination reminiscent of its manager Diego Simeone during his playing days, impressing with his powerful displays and scoring model gifty. The 26-year-old's performances have alerted Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, who has made Partey his #1 transfer target. The combative ball winner's father has confirmed his sons are in talks with the Gunners over a possible move. And our weather forecast for today shows Nairobi, Kenya and Lilongwe, Malawi will both be cloudy at 31 degrees Celsius and 28 degrees Celsius respectively, while Lome, Togo will be mostly sunny at 31 degrees Celsius. And that was Information African News as produced by the APR News Crew. Before we go, our African proverb for the day is a Congolese proverb that says, no matter how full the river, it will still want to grow. I am Elvis Oga. Good afternoon.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
As we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, younger or older, we stand as an indivisible unit like atoms. We stand for what we have left is our right, our plight to elevate to greater heights. Touching the sky, we take flight, not to be out of sight, but in our might. So in the pitch of dark, we are a pinch of light, illuminating the night, for sight will remember us having foresight. Built from a dream, standing supreme, we are a team that beams. Even when the odds are looking slim, turning our losses to wins. As we stand together from around Africa, we speak Africa with the heart of a champion, as it is in our black heritage, to create the new Africa from past Africa. As we stand together, knowledge has no barriers, for we have conquered our fears, shifted gears to plunge further in every sphere, piercing the chest of the future like sharpened spear. We stand together to weather the storm, to be reborn, sprouting like germinated seeds of a corn, to reform a generation like the signal sound of a horn, that though by history we are torn, but what's a rose stem without thorns? We take turns to have our history spawn from a conundrum of hearts beating like a talking drum, talking from words inscribed on our minds' tabloids. We stand together as African patriots.
It's ODJ Liz. I feel too mad for you. Yeah. I feel too crazy for you. Baby, girl, I promise you my heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promise you my love. Oh, oh, baby, I wanna share my life with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to give my heart to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little family, now you be the one, now you be the one, no. Oh, little family, you be the one, no. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna ever play you Ochoro. I'm not gonna ever play you Tinko. Ooh, yeah. I'm not gonna ever busy your call you. Yeah. Baby girl, let me be your provider. Say, baby, let me be your shelter. I wanna be there to cover you. Baby, let me be your bosom. I wanna be there to fight for you. I will never fall your hand, and I will never break your heart, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured me. Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see her? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Ooh, do. Can you feel it? Can you feel her, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Do, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, baby. Make we push this COVID-19 away, far away.
Everybody got to realize it. For this life, now one life we get, oh. Everybody got to realize, oh. For this life, you don't get to duplicate. You don't get to duplicate. Keep to the rules and regulations, yeah. Stay for your house, oh. Make you know they go out, oh. Now for your good, the government just to pass that law, oh. Now for your good, make everybody they save, oh. Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh.
You don't get friend, oh.
Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Everybody stop waka. Make we stay house for the better. Make we stay house for the better. Everybody stop waka, oh. Everybody stop waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Everybody stop waka. Make we stay house, it go better, oh. Corona never get the cure. Everybody make you sanitize. Corona, it no be our friend, oh. Oh yeah, keep distance. Oh yeah, stop to the waka, oh yeah. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. You wash your hand. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Wash your hand well. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, make you cover your nose. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh.
This is brought to you by the Nigerian News and sponsored by Patriots Club of Nigeria.
It's ODJB. ODJ on this one, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oreo, you're busting my brain, Jaja. The way you're busting my brain, no girl can correct it, no way. Yeah, when you touch me, you spin my world around. I'ma get double everything where you carry for body, oh, baby. Let me be your shoulder, my love is guaranteed. When I pull you closer, it's like falling in love again. Oh, baby, you did do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. That's why I kept falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Falling in love. Like play. Sometimes I go run away, and when I run away, I go jam heavy, go be. Yeah, when they hook me for nego, I go run, come back again. Down on my knees, baby, I know could do it again. No, we won't. The kind of love that you show to me, no other girl can love me the way you love me. You love to do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. Oh, over and over again. I just wanna keep on falling, yeah. Over and over again. Baby, you know that I wanna keep on falling for you, yeah. Over again. I just wanna keep falling in love. I just wanna keep falling in love with you, baby. Over and over again. Baby, you know I wanna keep falling in love with you. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I just wanna keep on falling in love with you, baby. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. I just wanna keep falling in love with you. Oh, DJ is falling. Quick.
As we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, younger or older, we stand as an indivisible unit like atoms. We stand for what we have left is our right, our plight to elevate to greater heights. Touching the sky, we take flight, not to be out of sight, but in our might. So in the pitch of dark, we are a pinch of light, illuminating the night, for sight will remember us having foresight. Built from a dream, standing supreme, we are a team that beams, even when the odds are looking slim, turning our losses to wins. As we stand together from around Africa, we speak Africa with the heart of a champion, as it is in our black heritage, to create the new Africa from past Africa. As we stand together, knowledge has no barriers, for we have conquered our fears, shifted gears to plunge further in every sphere, piercing the chest of the future like sharpened spear. We stand together to weather the storm, to be reborn, sprouting like germinated seeds of a corn, to reform a generation like the signal sound of a horn. That though by history we are torn, but what's a rose stem without thorns? We take turns to have our history spawn from a conundrum of hearts beating like a talking drum, talking from words inscribed on our minds' tabloids. We stand together as African patriots.
It's ODJ Blitz. I feel too mad for you. Yeah, I feel too crazy for you. Baby, girl, I promise you my heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promise you my love. Oh, oh, baby, I wanna share my life with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to give my heart to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little family, now you be the one, now you be the one, no. Oh, little family, now you be the one, no. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna ever play you Ojoro. I'm not gonna ever play you Tinko, Tinko. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna ever busy your call, yo. Yeah. Baby girl, let me be your provider. Say, baby, let me be your shelter. I wanna be there to cover you. Baby, let me be your muscle. I wanna be there to fight for you. I will never fall your hand, and I will never break your heart, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you captured me. Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see her? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Ooh, can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, make we push this COVID-19 away, far away.
Everybody got to realize it. For this life, now one life we get, oh. Everybody got to realize, oh. For this life, you don't get to duplicate. You don't get to duplicate. Keep to the rules and regulations, yeah. Stay for your house, oh. Make you know they go out, oh. Now for your good, the government just pass that law, oh. Now for your good, make everybody they safe, oh. Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh.
You no get friend, oh.
Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh, 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 oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house for the better. Make we stay house for the better. Everybody, everybody, everybody stop waka waka. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Everybody, everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better, it go better. Corona never get the cure. Everybody make you sanitize it. Corona, it no be our friend, yo. Oh yeah, keep the distance. Oh yeah, stop to the waka. Oh yeah, sanitize your hand. Social distancing. 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. You wash your hand. Make you day your house. Oh, sanitize your hand. Social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Wash your hand. Make you day your house. Oh, sanitize your hand. Social distancing. Make you cover your nose. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house. Sanitize your hand. Social distancing. 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house.
This is brought to you by the Nigerian News and sponsored by Patriots Club of Nigeria.
It's ODJB. ODJ on this one, yeah. Yeah. Audio, you're busting my brain, Jaja. The way you're busting my brain, no girl can correct it, no way. Yeah. When you touch me, you spin my world around. I'ma get double everything where you carry for body, oh. Baby, let me be your shoulder. My love is guaranteed. When I pull you closer, it's like falling in love again. Oh, baby, you did do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. That's why I kept falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Falling in love. Like play. Sometimes I go run away. And when I run away, I go jam heavy, go babe. Yeah, when they hook me for nego, I go run, come back again. Down on my knees, baby, I know could do it again. No way. The kind of love that you show to me, no other girl can love me the way you love me. You love to do me, Jaja. Oh baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. Oh, over and over again. I just wanna keep on falling, yeah. Over and over again. Baby, you know that I wanna keep on falling for you, yeah. Over again. I just wanna keep falling in love. I just wanna keep falling in love with you, baby. Over and over again. Baby, you know I wanna keep falling in love with you. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I just wanna keep on falling in love with you, baby. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. I just wanna keep falling in love with you. ODJ is falling. Baby.
As we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, younger or older, we stand as an indivisible unit like atoms. We stand for what we have left is our right, our plight to elevate to greater heights. Touching the sky, we take flight, not to be out of sight, but in our might. So in the pitch of dark, we are a pinch of light, illuminating the night, for sight will remember us having foresight. Built from a dream, standing supreme, we are a team that beams. Even when the odds are looking slim, turning our losses to wins. As we stand together from around Africa, we speak Africa with the heart of a champion, as it is in our black heritage, to create the new Africa.
Hello, good afternoon. It is the 25th day in the month of April, and the program is Whispers. You know, it's that time of the week where we relax and unwind. Yes, it is the Girls' Corner on African Patriot Radio, and this is the midday feed. If you've just joined us, you're right on time. My name is Udo Immaculator, but if you want to be friends with me, you could call me your favorite flavor, butterscotch. And I am not alone in the studio today. Like I said, it is the ladies' corner. So I've got two very beautiful ladies with me in the studio. I'll let them do you the honor of introducing themselves. And to my right, I have
Fulfillment Wataraja. Energy goddess.
You know, like the way she says Wataraja, it sounds like the name of a senator.
We're getting there.
Yeah, amen. And we have the very adorable.
Of course, this pimple is right here. Your one and only JoJo.
I like to call her Star Girl.
Star Girl JoJo.
Yeah, so we have Star Girl JoJo in the building. Yeah. How do you give it up? Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Come on.
We deserve it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
so it's been an eventful week, and here we're here to chill, basically. Yes, we're here to chill. So we're the girls in the house. It's gossip time. Okay, so today on the show we're talking single parenting. It's whispers. Come on, say it out loud. It's single parenting, ladies. Okay, yeah, single parenting. So I'll do Fuchi the honor of telling us who's a single parent actually.
From my understanding of a single parent, that's one person that is. It shouldn't be that he's your biological child or she's your biological child, but just that one person that is a custodian of
a child,
that is responsible for the upbringing and development of a child.
Yeah, a child, as well as catering for the child.
Yes. That it's just your sole responsibility is to train up that child and care for that child and play with that child and be there for that child.
Then she said train up a child. It makes you go back to Sunday school,
Train
up a child in the way she should go.
Yeah.
Okay, just when you share the same notion.
Okay, so in my opinion, a single parent could be a mom or a dad,
single mother, single father,
irrespective,
who's divorced or separated from their spouse, and who is responsible for taking care of their child or their children alone.
Okay, because you just led me to ask the next question, what comes up next? Because to me, a single parent or a single mother or a single father is basically someone who's taking care of a child alone on his own, without a spouse. So regardless of the reason why. So now I think we should discuss the reason why, we have single parenting. Like she said, someone who's divorced.
It could just be breakup and stuff.
There are lots of scenarios. So you want to paint a scenario. You're saying the sake of a divorced parent.
So talking about this divorced single parenting, I just throw me back to the celebrities, the Kardashians, where we have Kourtney and Scott, co-parenting. So a lot of times people could just decide to co-parent or be single because probably they have a divorce and have issues in their marriage and stuff, breakups and all that. So you decide to take the responsibility of taking care of your child alone.
But now you just talked about co-parenting. In this, I know I've heard about co-parenting where the child spends weekdays with the mom, weekends with the dad.
Or they probably want to hang out just together. Even as they're separated, they just want to hang out. Probably go for not really a vacation, just hang out, probably an eatery and stuff.
Okay, now that's creating a balance. We're going to talk about that a lot later in the show. But Fuchi, I was saying a single parent. I want you to look at it in this light. When you say single parenting, are we talking single parenting is different from co-parenting?
Yes, quite different.
Do you understand? The single parenting, like you said, when you're vested with the sole responsibility of taking care of this child.
No, but one thing you should understand is a single parent can co-parent
as well.
Okay, so I'm a single parent because I do not have a spouse.
Okay.
But I'm not raising my child alone.
You are co-parenting.
So a single parent can co-parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're a single parent because you do not have a spouse. But you could co-parent because the child has a father.
Exactly.
But there are situations where like you said, breakups. And then one party does not care about the child.
Okay, that's you're single parenting. That's when you're single parenting,
single parenting is different from single parenthood.
No,
we could just...
That's single parenting is not really different from single parenthood. Because you are in the single parenthood. Single parenting.
You're a single parent, but you're co-parenting.
You are single. Like you said. Okay. Let's say, for instance, death. Now, when death happens, you don't have a spouse.
Yeah,
true.
And it's just like you're a single parent. This is you and you alone.
I think from what you said, I have to do something else. How about we look at it in this light?
Okay.
When you say you're a single parent, it's because you have a child and you're parenting a child. You have a child, but you don't have a spouse.
It doesn't necessarily mean you don't have a spouse, but you have a child and you are not
married
in a relationship.
Okay. There's something called lone parenting. I don't know if you've come across it. That's when you're raising a child alone. You're not co-parenting.
Yeah.
You're raising a
more
child
like single
alone.
parenting.
It's more like but this is we're trying to decipher. We're trying to have a strong goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So let's say you're co-parenting. Let's take the bracket out of this board mass now and deal with it. For all the science students in the house. Okay, so let's say lone parenting.
Okay.
So you're raising your child alone. Now there's no co-parenting, there's no father figure if you're a lady, there's no mother figure if you're a guy. And then you're alone, you're parenting this child alone. But it is also possible when they say single parenting and you're there are problems of single parenting.
A lot, yeah.
Yes, they're the father figure is supposed to be the stern one, the mother figure is supposed to draw the child close.
The subtle one.
The subtle one. So do you feel that this tenderness and subtlety needs a kind of balance, and then a lot of children that lack that, they tend to go haywire, or so people think? Do you share this notion?
I don't think, okay, if you were groomed by a woman, you would not be responsible,
soft,
or you'd be soft, or
you'd be very vulnerable.
No, I don't think so. I don't think if you're with a man, if you were groomed by a man, you would be harsh and,
no, I think when a man, when your father raises you, especially when you're a lady, you tend to be spoilt.
No, actually, that's what you ask the question. You threw it at us, right?
Yes.
I'm telling you, I don't buy into it, because I think, irrespective of who trains you,
who raises you,
you are going to be whoever you want to be.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women are harsher and stronger and tougher than our fathers.
Yeah, I have an iron mother, iron lady.
So a lot of times, you know, some women are women. You know, they say it's in our nature to be soft and all calm and all that.
Yeah.
But it's not in all cases.
It's not all, yeah.
So now, if you have a mother that is tough,
that's stern,
that is stern, and then she doesn't care.
Yeah.
And she's like the father. And then she's also a mother, because she has the feeling of a mother towards her child.
No, because in families, usually one has to be subtle and one is stern.
Trust me,
usually.
Trust me, it doesn't. I don't think there's a balance. I just feel if you have both parents to train you, it's an opportunity.
And if you don't, you shouldn't kill yourself over it. You should also be appreciative that, okay, as you grow, you know the difference between good and evil. So you know what is good, go for it.
I'd like to share a story.
Okay.
Right. So I had this friend, and she lost her mom.
Okay.
Probably when she was much younger, about 7 years or thereabouts. So she was raised by her dad.
Okay.
And when we're trying to throw the light of, you know, when you're raised by your dad, you might grow up to become very strong or very, you know, just a little bit out of who an adult child can actually be.
And she's a lady, right?
She's a lady, yes. So she grew up with her dad raised her right from when she was 7 years old, went to secondary school, primary school, and all that.
Okay.
But you know, she's doing well. Like she's presenting herself like a normal child, acting well. Yes,
she's a lady,
a lady, yes. And this is someone I actually grew up with. Like she's my close friend and all that. Although when we were little, we didn't really understand until when we just grew up. I just the whole scenario just put played in my head. I was just reminiscing all the whole stuff and all the whole process she went through. But she's doing perfectly well. And you see, I think because that was when we were quite little, yeah. And I remember her dad was this kind of person that's very strict. When it comes to studies, when it comes to schooling and all that, he doesn't joke with it. When it's time for school, go to school and make sure you come back with a good position, and doesn't joke with his result and all that. Yeah, so he's like the one that raised this child, and she's doing perfectly well. With all, you know, it might be very hard for people to just say like, okay, this is a man and all that. How's he coping? Yes, a lady and all that. How's he coping and all that? How was she able to, you know, from childhood to adolescent to teenage and all her teenage years and all that? But she's doing perfectly well. You know, it's all about you as a parent, understanding yourself, like understanding your child, like wanting the best for me.
And knowing the need of that child.
Exactly, the need of that child, regardless whether you're doing it alone or you're not alone.
Because I feel, as a father, usually fathers they dote on their daughters, and so you want to be like present her with everything she needs, and you end up spoiling the child because you're like, okay, she doesn't have a mother, let me do all the things the mother should do. So you want to be the dad, you want to be mom, but most of the time, because he's a father, he'll be like, okay, I'm father, but I want to be mother at the same time, and then misplacing your priorities, and children end up spoiled because there's like this study that says children raised by single parents are actually very vulnerable. They do drugs because usually if dad is out of the house, mommy should be there.
Mommy should be there, yes.
Do you
or
understand?
probably if he travels and all that,
yes,
mom should be there.
We do not have that balance, and most of the times these children raised by single parents have to spend time with family, other family members, in foster homes and stuff.
Homes, yes.
So these children tend to be a little more vulnerable. But they would like it to know. Studies have said that 50% or more than 50% of these children end up as drug addicts, alcoholics, and people are saying it's because they don't have the mommy and daddy figure. So are you of the opinion that one person can play mommy and daddy?
Yes, I'm of the opinion that one person can play mommy and daddy.
Another thing we're talking about, lone parenting, single parenting. Alone parents. Do you know that there are people?
Yeah.
There are people. Okay, once upon a time, I knew that when we were growing up, my dad was in Calabar and my mom was in Port Harcourt. But he didn't want my parents to like. My dad didn't want my mom to move over to Calabar. Okay. So he was trying to work his transfer back to Port Harcourt. So at that time, Momsi had to raise my siblings solely on her own. Yeah. Now that's a situation where he still sends money and stuff. Yeah. But there are situations where the dad doesn't send money back home. Like so regardless of the fact that they're still married, regardless of the fact that there's mommy and there's daddy somewhere, mommy is lone parent.
Yeah, I get your point.
So do you feel that at that point, though, there's a daddy figure, that the children also are vulnerable to the vices we've just talked about?
Yeah, most of them grew up to hate their daddies. Okay, mommy is doing this alone and there's a daddy in the picture. Why isn't he here?
So that's like saying
that you're not important. Because I can tell you, growing up, I can tell you that sometimes I'll just have to balance it. Okay, why does this happen in other families and it doesn't happen in mine?
So children actually have that.
When you have that feeling and the thoughts, you conceive the thoughts and idea in your heart, and you be like, okay, since this is happening there, that means there's something wrong with me. You know, children don't tend to blame adults; they tend to blame themselves.
Because especially when there are no adults to talk to.
Yes. So when you blame yourself and you think, you know that there is a daddy somewhere,
but he's not there.
But he's not there.
Doing what daddies should do.
Doing what my friends' daddies are doing.
Yeah.
So then you tend to grow up with hatred.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a psychic thing.
Yes, it's a psychic thing. Exactly. Let me add to what Fuchi said. So aside from being developing hatred, they could just be the child would grow up to also be very disrespectful to the parents. Now, for instance, now your dad is away and you know you have a dad somewhere and he's not there for you. He's not there to support you. He's not even sending money to mommy and all that. Yeah. Now the child grows up and who's daddy? Yes, you understand. And it always happens in lots of families today where they are, your both parents are alive and they're somewhere. Probably it's just only one parent that's there. Maybe your mom is there and your dad is somewhere and it's not supporting you. It's not coming home. It's not calling you to check up on you. Trust me. Aside from being hateful to that parent, you end up being disrespectful. You don't even have respect.
Disrespect is born out of hate.
Yes. And a lot of things springs from here too. Yeah. When you were disrespectful, you feel you can do it alone. You get into a lot of things.
You don't need
illegal things that you're not supposed to do.
You must said you just end up being vulnerable to a lot of things.
You just go into drugs, just go into group,
and you're surviving.
And so you feel you damn the consequences.
Yeah, sometimes they come up when you're going to make up a change. Be like, I've survived all this. So I don't need
like there's this slang that goes, I don't see 100 waiting be 99.
Mado.
So when you see like I don't see 100 waiting be 99.
Yes, all this kind of stuff. So you just have this one motion or one thought in your head that's just keeping you going and all that. When you say something, do you know children that are actually born out or come out from this kind of families, do you know they end up being successful later in life?
That is if they trace their steps back.
And see, a lot of times,
if they grow up and realize that, okay, fine, my parents did this, I was raised by yes, they didn't do it right, and I was raised by maybe a parent and one parent. I want to get it right,
and
they do it. Yes,
in some cases where they just grow up and they be like, this is it. This is the life. And they actually know it's wrong.
It's wrong.
But because they are trying to blame their
past, exactly.
And they just go ahead. They hit the rock.
Yes. So it's a two-way thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's a two-way thing. Like Josephine has said. So some of those children, they grow up and they're like, okay, so daddy made this mistake. Yeah. I don't want to make same mistake. Yes. So they get married. They try
as much as possible to raise their own children. Yes, and their family work as well.
And those kind of persons, even if they end up with like an abusive partner, they want to make it work. They will stick to it. But there are other situations where a girl will go up and be like, if my mommy can do it, I can do it. I don't need a man.
Yeah. So because of how
they were raised,
so mommy was doing fine.
Yeah, so mommy was doing fine. She didn't need daddy, so I could do it.
I can do it.
Like so, it's a two-way thing. Okay, this conversation is about to tilt in another direction, but that will be right after the break. How about we take a quick break? We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We're coming.
Yeah, we're coming at you.
Right back.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojima Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassey,
MM Ekanem. I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Okay, welcome back. If you've just joined us, we are whispering. Yes, the program is Whispers, and we're talking about single parenting. Well, it's better late than never, right? Trust me, you're just in time. Yes, because the conversation is about to tilt towards another. We're going to another realm. Yes, before we went to that break, we were analyzing single parenting. We've talked about single parenting, what it means to be a single parent. Talked about lonesome parenting and the likes. But now, and I still have Fuchi and Josephine in the studio.
I thought we're kind of visible.
Invisible.
Right?
I'm still here. I'm still
Give
here.
it up for Star Girl JoJo. And the energy goddess herself. Fulfillment. Watrocha. I'm not calling her Fuchi. I just like to call the name in full. Yeah, I like to call the name in full. Like it sounds like Senator. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm getting there.
Her Excellency Senator.
Getting there.
Do we address senators as Her Excellency?
I will be addressed as Her Excellency.
Honorable.
Senator, Honorable.
Yeah, Senator.
Excellency.
Fulfillment.
Honorable.
Come on now. Okay, give it up for Honorable. Senator. Fulfillment. Watrocha.
Sangyo, you're just smiling.
Yeah, I'm giving. Oh my God!
Please give it up for her because she's about to donate. When I hear Senator, they don't think about money. All right, talking about single parenting, and now let's paint like it's not enough that someone is single. You cannot just pop up and become a single parent. There are several scenarios that play out before people become single parents. Although I know of a lady that actually, okay, let me paint. We're painting scenarios, right? Yeah. So different scenarios that result in single parenting. Let me paint the most unlikely situations. Okay, so I know this lady. She's been married for say 11, 12 years. Like I personally know. I hope you don't mind I'm sharing your story, but I'm not gonna call your name. She was married for 11, 12 years. She didn't have a child. And so she had baby problems with her mother-in-law and her husband, and then it resulted in a divorce. Okay, so she got divorced, and for a couple of years, she still didn't have a child. She tried on her own, artificial insemination and stuff, and it didn't work. And so she ended up adopting a child.
Wow.
As a she's divorced,
Okay.
but she adopted a child. So now she's a single parent regardless of the fact that she didn't birth the child.
Yeah, sure.
And then all of a sudden someone comes up with, I want to marry you. Paint your scenarios. Because that's like leading us into another conversation. But let's hold the break. We'll get there. Do not be in a hurry because I think I'm actually a little bit in a hurry.
Yeah.
So paint scenarios of single parenting that you know.
Okay, I think
besides mine.
I think the one I'm about to paint right now is it's common actually. So there's this there's this couple, you understand, they're married and about 7 years or 8 years or 9 years or thereabout, and all of a sudden the marriage is not working well. Probably there became a conflict. They became violent in their marriage and all that. So
okay, but they have kids already.
They have kids, exactly. Sorry, they have kids already, about 3 or 4.
Wow.
Okay, 4 kids already in the marriage and all that. So along the line, they began fighting and all that. Violence actually happened, fighting in front of kids and all that. And then one of them, was the whole cause of the whole issue of the whole trouble, violence, and conflict and all that. And then the other person decides that I can't go on with this marriage. Yeah. All right. So if you're not ready to work this out, if you're all just down for fighting and violence, I can't do this anymore. And then boom.
The marriage splits.
The marriage splits and becomes separated, and then it's now left with one person, which is the mother. Of course, the mother cannot run away from your child. Yeah. So she's like the only one left to take care of the kids and all that. But the man is ready to support. You understand?
Child support and
the likes. Like that's where co-parenting comes in. Although you're separated and all that. So just imagine.
So regardless of the fact that whether he's with his child or not, he's a single parent.
He's a single parent
because he has kids, but he doesn't have a spouse.
Yes.
Do you have a different scenario, Fichi?
I don't know if this is different, but I know of. I'm not painting a scenario. I'm telling you a story. A man married, and his wife, died, and then left him with a child, a girl. And then, you know, the whole thing with, like we earlier mentioned, father and daughter relationship.
Yeah.
The man did an amazing job.
In raising the girl.
The girl, yes, to an extent, like, you know, it has to rub off on her too. She started acting like her dad.
Tomboy
and everything, yes. But the thing is, he actually had this difficulty in getting a partner.
Okay.
Because everybody was like, I can't be with a man that has a child.
Fuchi, don't take us to the next realm.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Okay, everybody was like that. I'm not going to go back to it.
But now, in this case, the wife died and
then
he ended up a single.
He's here with a lady and she wants to marry him, but she's saying, take your child back to your mother.
Okay, wait. We'll get to that point, Fuchi. So the scenario Fuchi's painting is the scenario of a man that has a child and his wife is late. Okay, so he's a single parent as a result of death.
Yes.
And you're saying he's a single parent as a result of separation.
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence, and separation. So, and I painted a picture of a lady who was divorced even before she decided afterwards. Yeah, there's also a very similar situation, which accounts for, say, over 70% of single parenting. A single girl or teenager getting pregnant. Yes, and that happens.
That's very common. It's really
common. You know, it's very understandable if you've been married and then you end up with a child, but then when you get pregnant, out of wedlock. It's not. It's a different ball game. It's the same thing. You have a child regardless,
and especially when you're actually younger.
Yeah, no, it's a different ball game because you are young, and you have a child to cater for yourself. So now, if you are eating a plate of Indomie, your portion is cut in two. Because you have to give your child and then eat yourself.
And most of these pregnancies or most of this childbirth comes out as a result of maybe rape.
Yes.
Rape and all that. You don't even know your husband. You don't even know the person responsible for the child.
That's actually another scenario entirely.
No, but the thing is, what we're trying to say is that it's regardless of how the child came, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
A single parent
is a single parent. Yes, but I was just saying maybe we should just paint scenarios because this scenario where a young girl, like our mothers tell you, if a boy touches you, you will get pregnant. I'm not here. You allow the boy to touch you.
You didn't hear that word.
Your mother is not African. In fact, your mother is not Nigerian. If they didn't tell you,
but she's looking all serious. You haven't heard that word before.
She's looking serious because I think she heard it for like every day of
my life. Like you're going to school and don't let
anybody touch you.
My skirt was dragging on the floor so that I won't be so attractive for boys to want to touch me.
Hell no.
I will be like, Fuchi, how are you? Is that a boy? No, I don't want to say by it.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, true.
I think growing up, my parents actually did so what's trending? Pleat skirt that's really deep. Okay, we're getting you pleat skirt that's really deep. So a boy does not need to get it for you. So different parents actually had different opinions.
If they would let me go to school to practice in my uniform because it was very bogus, they would.
That's love. Come on, they love and protect.
My dad doesn't want to catch you like talking to a guy. Like a boy.
A lot of African parents.
Don't let me remember my father.
Okay, so back to the conversation we're having. They said if a boy touches you, you get pregnant. So all these girls that know to hear word, they're not allowed boys to touch them and touch them and touch them and not go pregnant and then give birth in their father's houses. So that's actually a very common scenario. A lot of teenagers, it's still happening. And we're going to talk about stigmatization, but a lot later on the show. So we're painting scenarios. Also, there's a scenario of rape, where you get raped and you don't even know who the father of this child is. Because I've seen teenagers who got pregnant, and then whoever got them pregnant is taking care of the child.
Yeah, true.
There's this. I think I've heard a story.
Even when they're not married.
Yes. Yeah. I've heard a story of, I can't marry you. You're a small girl, but give birth to the child. I'll take care of her. I'll even take care of your education. But the child, like, give birth to a child. And at times, maybe this person's a married person, and they talk to their wife and then get the child away from you. But there's this thing, a halo that's above your head, like she's giving birth before. She's giving birth before.
I want to paint another scenario. Okay. I'm not painting. This is something a friend of mine. Yeah, I'm not calling the person's name.
You paint the scenario.
So, the guy said his dad met his mom and secondary school, and they had something, and she got pregnant, and that was when they were leaving secondary school, and she was pregnant. So they both families said, oh, you know what, they are still quite young, why don't you train your child? I train my son, you train your daughter, but the guy's family will support the girl's family to take care of the child. And so she gave birth to the guy, and in the process, like after say 10-15 years, they were both doing well in different fields of life, and the child was growing. And before 10-15 years, they now discovered, okay, we have a child together, let's have a relationship again and move on and see where this takes us. And then in the process, they had a child, another child together. They started living together, now got into a real relationship, but they didn't get married. They then had another child, and the child was always falling sick, was always falling sick, and so they had to take the child to the hospital and discover the child was a sickle cell. And so when the child was a sickle cell, but the first child wasn't a sickle cell.
It was a carrier AS, yes, it happens.
They're
both AS, carrier.
So now they were like, since this child, the first one, is not sickle cell.
Are you sure this father of the child?
Of course, no.
Yes, it happens. AS, they get.
And so they now discover that, okay, the second child now, the child actually died eventually. So they were like, okay, since this child is gone, let's go our separate ways.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we do not endanger for the children.
So we don't endanger for the children. But the wife is married now with her own kids. The man is married with his own kids. But now, would you call them single parents or co-parents?
I think they're co-parents.
They're co-parents, but they're also married. Yeah. So they're no longer single parents. Okay, go on.
I think I'll call it co-parenting because you still have a child for him, right? And somehow he can't even get over it that, okay, I mean, he won't just totally just forget that he has a child somewhere there. You get. So somehow he can actually want to place the support for him, for the child and all that.
Okay, but do you girls realize that once you're married, for instance, if a single girl has a child and then gets married and then brings the child into the marriage, you're no longer a single parent because the child now has a daddy figure.
Irrespective of the fact that he or she is accepted by the so-called daddy, right?
Yes.
There is just a figure.
Yeah, there's a daddy figure.
So for the figure to be present,
the presence of a daddy figure. That's why, like, we painted the scenario of a mom and a dad in a relationship or taking care. Okay, I think we're being tilting towards the female a little bit. So let's say the scenario of a mom and a daddy figure in the picture. They're both married, but daddy's taking care of the child and mommy doesn't even care. Taking care of a child entails more than money. It entails emotions, attention. So the mommy is just on her own more like, and then daddy's the one taking care of the child. That's lone parenting.
Yeah, that's lone parenting.
The child fails from school is not mommy's business. The child is sent away from school is not mommy's business. The child is misbehaving. It's not mommy's business. At that point, daddy is lone parenting, regardless of the fact that there's a mommy and daddy figure. But you cannot call that daddy a single parent.
He's a lone parent.
He's a lone parent. He's lone parenting. So at this, that takes me to the next one.
Which is?
When you say, like I said, if a single parent gets married, the person is no longer a single parent because there's a daddy figure. So it takes me to the next question. Drum roll.
Did you ever play drums back in school?
Oh yeah, March past 1st October, 27th May. Who didn't? Come on, I was a drum girl, and I even used to throw the baton.
Oh, I see.
Okay, big one because I've been here.
Okay. Spit it out already.
Can you marry a single parent? Okay. Why are you laughing, Josephine?
No, you guys were sound like you're going to observe 2 seconds silence.
I noticed it. I didn't even hear heartbeat.
I think like majority of people or persons have actually been in that situation. Girls and guys alike. So can you marry single parents, Josephine Paul?
Okay, I know you already want to start with me, but it depends. Like there's more to, just saying yes to, a man a man probably
that has a child
and wants me to get married to him. I don't think I can actually marry a single parent.
Why are you laughing now?
I don't think so because I think the man already he has responsibilities, all right.
Okay, so you want to be like his sole responsibility.
Yeah,
and you don't want to share attention.
Come on, allow me answer this. Of course. Who doesn't want attention? Everyone wants.
I love attention.
Everyone likes attention.
So
at the
you
moment.
feel you might be dragging his attention with his kids?
Yeah, kinda. I feel it's not like I would just I would hate the child or his kids and all that.
Right, yeah.
But for God's sake, I'm a young girl, and at that moment I need someone that will be there for me, to love me, my whole attention. He has to get it and all that. So there's more to just saying yes to someone that has a kid and all that, for me to just settle with the person. But
yes,
I can't probably just say yes to a single parent and all that, to get married to him and all that.
Okay, so Josephine is saying for the sake of attention that she cannot share attention with your kids, so she can get married. I actually buy the idea of there's more to saying yes to a single parent,
and especially if that man or that person still has his
spouse. I was going to come to that because I said there's more. But let's hear what Fuchi's got to say.
Okay.
Can you marry a guy that already has a child? A child or two. 5.
Yeah, I can marry a man that has a child.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Can you help us, please? Calm Josephine Spears.
Okay, now.
Scared.
The thing is, I can.
Okay.
Personally, I know I can because, one, I love to have people around me.
Okay.
Sweet.
I love to have kids around me.
Did you just say sweet?
Yeah. Fuchi has a big heart. She's accommodating.
No, but the thing is, I love to have people around me.
Yeah,
okay.
I love to be there where, you can always have see kids.
Yeah, you have a lot of love to give.
Yes, so irrespective of, before we get married, now, irrespective of how many kids you have, I should know your kids.
Yeah.
And your kids should accept me. So now it's going to be a different ballgame if I know your kids and they don't accept me. So if they don't accept me, then that's where we're going to have an issue.
Yeah.
But if they accept me, then we're good.
Okay, so Josephine said an outright no.
So
I can share attention.
Before we move ahead, Immaculator, my own question: can you marry?
I was going to get to that. That's where I was
driving.
Immaculator, can you marry a single parent?
Okay, it depends.
She's going red already.
No. The thing is, we're shouting.
Yeah, really?
It depends on what first.
It's a whisper.
It's whisper. Take the high five from afar. Okay. Yes, it's whispers. And so the question is, can you marry a single parent? Please endeavor to drop your comments. You could join the conversation across all social media platforms at African Patriot Radio. There's on live streaming right now. Drop your comments. We'll read them on the show. Yes, right. So that was not me trying to dodge the question.
Like I'm waiting.
Okay. I said it depends.
Yeah.
Like, just give an outright no. She doesn't like share attention. And Fuchi has said, yes, she can, but the kids have to accept her.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it depends. Because marrying a single parent entails a lot.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
And so being a single parent is not a big deal for me because people make mistakes and sometimes it's not even their fault.
It just happens.
It just happens. Even sometimes when these young girls are promiscuous in their youth and adolescent, like adult exuberance and stuff, and they give birth, they tend to change and become better persons. A child changes you, makes you more responsible.
Yes.
Yeah, true. A lot of times. So I can, it depends. Like she said, not because I'm not like I'm fighting for attention, like just but first we need to have an understanding. And then it's a separate ballgame when the other person, for instance, if it's a divorce, and then your wife you're separated from. Like, you're separated from your wife, and then she's not going to give me issues because you have kids, and I would love and accept them like mine. But what if she doesn't want her kids near me?
That's
more to it. Yeah,
there's more to it. Yeah. So I love these kids regardless, and so we have to sit down and talk. I hope it's not going to be a problem. Because I wouldn't want to separate you from your children. They're your kids,
and I wouldn't want to be sidelined too.
Yes, at the end of the day, and so I don't want to be in a relationship with you, and then your baby mama comes early in the morning. You've not paid my child's school fee.
Or she comes to tell you, we have to have a family portrait. And then...
No, you can't.
That's crazy.
You cannot do that. You're not family anymore.
I can imagine how some people can be.
Do you know, I'm a scenario that's coming to my head right now.
What?
Okay, finally you decide to marry this single parent and you guys become husband and wife and you're raising your kids together, and then boom, Madam shows up, like probably his spouse like shows up, and all of his ex. That's it.
XYZ.
Because you're married now. His ex shows up and she wants you back.
What?
No.
You
that want a new partner must have made up your mind. That's why we say we have to have a conversation.
She wants you back.
You know, I saw a documentary. I can't remember if it's Will Smith or somebody, a white guy a black guy, sorry, I know it's not a white guy, that had the story, similar story. Will Smith equally had a child before he married
what's her name again?
Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, Jada Pinkett. Yeah.
So he had a child before he married her.
Yeah.
But his wife was actively involved in the life of his child. Now what they did was co-parenting.
Okay.
Because as of when he met Jada, his body, his soul, his heart,
everything was
this was the one.
But he was married.
Oh my God.
Oh.
He was married. Like he and his wife did not even have issues. But he knew, God damn it.
Come on.
Like, no, just think about it. Let me tell you something. You see, it's love. It's only love that actually can make you just want to rethink.
Yeah, like
you understand?
He knew that he had not even spoken to her.
Yeah.
But he knew that girl, I want her. And so he went for it.
I wanted a side chick.
He didn't make an attempt because he was married.
God, I'll pray for my husband.
The hand of the Lord stepped on his wife, and then she decided she wanted a divorce or something.
Yeah.
So after the divorce, he said he just came out of the courtroom or something, and then he's like, I need that girl. Like that was the first thing he thought of.
My father. Every woman that my husband will set eyes on.
It's okay, Ima. You don't take us to your church right now. But you see, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So you can imagine.
I'm just saying that it can only be love that will just make you start thinking. You might be like, oh, we're married now and all that, but trust me.
They have family portraits with the first wife in it.
Can you imagine?
Like they sit together with the first wife and then her son in the picture.
No. See, I do not buy, as much as I'm not, like, okay, I want my attention, yes. I want my husband to love and don't to me. But I wouldn't want, I could share with his kids, but I can share with his ex.
You're not sharing him with his ex. You're just allowing the ex to be part of the family because of his
You can be part of your child's life.
Now that's stern.
No, of course we have to set our priorities straight.
Okay, that's for you.
Are you saying that there's more to it?
Yes.
Are you saying? I just want Ima to get this clear. If I say I'm seeking for attention, but you say that there's more to it, fine. I finally decided to marry this person, and I'm loving the kids. I'm accepting everyone just the same, just perfectly the way it's going and all that, and then boom. Ex comes into the picture. I'm not one person that knows how to create issues. I love peace.
True.
You understand peace.
No, but seriously, I have said, there's a lot to it, and so you can be part of your child's life, but you cannot be part of my husband's life.
One thing
you're in his past. I am the present. And see, there is
who is the past participle?
Past participle.
But I think one thing I would like to say is that it's a personal decision.
Yeah,
if you're determined to do it, do it.
Yeah.
But I hope
you don't want to.
And one thing you should know is that whatever it is, you have to be ready for whatever comes
in.
Yeah.
Decision you make.
So no matter what, even if her ex or his ex comes knocking at the door, or comes, threatening you, or wanting the man back or something, or wanting the kids back,
you know what to expect.
You know what to expect,
because
and you'll be strong. You have to have a strong will, no matter what, regardless.
The most important thing in being with a single parent, you as a single person being with a single parent, the most important thing I think is love. Love the child and love your partner.
And then you don't have to love his ex.
No, what? No, I'm not saying. Okay.
No,
what I'm trying to say is you don't have to have issues with the ex
Let me answer her. Yes, love the ex. Jesus love.
Yeah. Well, agape love.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna love you from a distance.
I would love you
from a distance. No, but seriously, okay, there. I want you guys to say you're having a family portrait with her in it. She's not family, girl. She's not family. She's ex-family.
Ex-family, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what I want you to understand that I know a lot of things come with marrying a single parent, and then you have to brace up and be ready.
Yes.
Whatever comes with it. But before you enter into such a relationship, I feel before I do, I'm going to have a conversation with you.
You have to be
so
ready.
this is the limit. I mean, being part of my family portrait is off the limit. So
You
yes,
can decide to take
You're
it
just
off.
highlighting that.
You can
no, it's
decide.
off. I have to say, it's
Yeah.
off the limit.
Yeah.
So I'm like saying, come on, why you girls doing this? No, seriously. So there's scenarios where you're in your house one morning and I've accepted the child. I love this child is mine. And then I love my husband. I'm willing to share your attention with your child, but not with your ex. So I love my child because by virtue of marriage, the child is mine.
Yeah.
So I love my child, I love my husband, and then tomorrow morning, we've seen that in movies a lot. You knock on my door and you're like, why is my child's uniform torn? Why is it not ironed? The teacher called me and said that my child is not performing right. Come
Hello.
on. You should be civil in your
Yes,
approach.
yes.
A lot of parents feel like since I have a property in this house, the house is still mine. No. You sold, like you gave up that right the moment you said you didn't want to be with this person.
yes.
So the child is yours regardless, and I cannot stop you from loving or caring for your child.
Yes.
But you have to be civil in your approach because I can sue you.
You can, yes. It's possible, yes.
Yes,
So can
because-
I say something?
Okay.
Now, in this present age where we know that ordinarily, I know I can't sue anybody when they come to my house. I know I can't, but
You can.
I wouldn't. No, personally,
personally,
I
okay.
know I wouldn't, and I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
because
okay.
dragging the mother is messing the head
Of
messing
the
with the head of
child.
the child.
No, but
So one thing I know I would do, say I'm going to put myself on the spotlight now. I am in a relationship with a single parent, and let me say this guy has 3 kids, for instance, and then the wife just says, you know what, I'm tired of the way you snore. And then she leaves. And then I decide to come and enjoy the rhythm. And then I'm with the kids.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it won't be so much of a difficulty to adapt to the kids. And then I win these kids over. And then we're living our lives. And then, we're progressing.
Yeah.
And then Madame, let's call her Madame. Because she's
Madame.
Yeah.
Madame now knocks on the door
Madame.
and says she has bought a drum, so he should come and sing the snoring again for her. I would be like, okay. First thing I would do is I will not act in the presence of the kids.
Okay.
I
Charity,
will not
yeah.
act in the presence of the kids.
Yeah, true.
There's something I tell people. When something happens, try to be the offended and not the offender.
Be the
Yes.
bigger person.
Try to be the offended and not the offender. No matter what it will take, it will be very difficult.
True.
And I know every one of us have consciences.
Yeah.
You have a conscience in you already. So
Yeah.
it's just all about, okay, you just know that, okay, this thing, deep down in your heart, this thing I did was wrong. And so now the kids now already have me as their friend, as their mom.
Yeah.
Yes, even if I beat them, even if I shout at them, they know that we have a relationship
friend
already.
together.
There's this part, I don't know if it's where they say you scold with the right, you pull with the left.
It's
and scold
in
with
the good books.
Yeah, so it's something that I would do for my kids too. Since they are mine, I'll do that.
Yeah, because you're going to have kids, and so these children should also feel like
These
you love your kids more than you
these
love
children
them.
are actually the ones that will train my kids.
Yeah, the people your kids will look up to.
Yes,
simple.
so why
Yeah.
wouldn't I take care of them?
Yeah.
That's one thing a lot of
Yeah.
ladies that get married to single guys or single men that get married to single
Forget.
ladies forget.
Yeah, forget.
That your kids coming after would have to look up to these kids.
Yeah.
And then me on the other hand, when she's shouting, calm down.
Hey, Fuchi, it
Calm down.
doesn't look like what you do.
I will calm
No,
down.
she will.
And I will calm down and wait
I
for
see
him
it
in
in
the
her eyes.
other room.
Whoa.
When I wait for him,
That
and then
other
we
room.
will talk about it.
No.
He will be the one to go and meet his wife. I won't be in the picture. I will not be. The kids will be like, "Oh, mommy is so calm," but they don't know mommy is putting fire in the necessary
behind the scene. Behind the
But
scene.
that's true.
Yes, because there have been scenarios where, for instance, you talk about co-parenting, where you're with your parents and you're with your dad, probably in this kind of scenario during the week, and then on weekends you're with your mom, and then the mother messes with the head of the child.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
And then the child comes and gives the mother. So you're going to have a hard time. That's where saying that, are you ready? You have to
Yeah,
brace
you have
up
to be-
comes
yes,
to play.
yes.
Have you experienced stuff like that? Because I've seen it a lot.
I
in
have
movies.
a lot of times. Like
No,
you just see
it's
the child will
it's
just
very-
meet you for no reason.
It's very common with the Western people out there, like
Yeah.
Western world and all
You
that.
you mess with the child's hair. Then
But no, we say it's common with them because our kids don't take it up. Our kids don't. You feel your kids are not acting on it. But it's everywhere.
No,
darling.
I think it's because we don't talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because we don't act on it. Because we don't see it as, okay, this is actually what is wrong with this child.
We do. See, okay, I've seen a scenario where a grandma, for instance, a girl gives birth at home.
Yeah.
And so, in most of our cultures, if you give birth at home and you're not married, the child belongs to your family. Do you know, right?
Yeah.
And I know where I'm from. That's how it's done. In River State, the child even bears the name
of the family.
And if you want the child back, you have to come and marry the child.
Yeah.
In River State, in Korea,
Wow.
yes, you have to come and marry the child. So, in most scenarios, like, you see the grandma of this child, not even the mother. Because for you to get pregnant for someone, you must have felt something for this person, probably love. And so you would also want your child to love the father, regardless. But maybe because of how situations play out, you see our grandmothers, our mothers telling our children that your father is a useless man. Don't go close to him. And the child, like, okay, this is what they've told me. Yeah, of the father. And so even when the father is trying to be cool, trying to come close, because the mother knows he does not have a future. Yeah, so it's actually a bad one.
Yeah, I've also seen a situation where, okay, the guy got this girl pregnant and she had her kids. And so the girl's dad passed on and the girl had like 3 or 4 younger ones. And so she couldn't cater for her siblings and cater for
the child.
So she just said, okay, since I've trained this child for like 4 years, let me take this child to the guy's family because they were comfortable and well-to-do.
Okay.
And he wasn't like so present in their lives because the father, before his demise, always made sure that the guy was away from her and her child.
Okay.
So as it went on, she took the child, dropped the child with the guy, and then came back to her family. The guy now started taking care of the child. But one thing she never did was tell the child anything bad about the guy. So it was easy for the child to blend in.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about the child, I have a mommy, my mommy is there. Innocently, the child tells you this is where mommy is, and this is who daddy is.
Yeah.
So it was very easy for them. But let me tell you one funny thing that happened. The child was actually the one that made them come back. Because the child saw that, okay, it's not like daddy is telling me anything
not
about
like daddy
mommy.
hates mommy or mommy
hates daddy. And I want to have a house where mommy and daddy sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, the child had to make them, come back. It's actually rare where you see a lot of parents, after having a kid, separately, they still
because children have a kind of bonding effect.
Yes, they do.
Okay, because it's my child, I care about him. The man has a child, he does care. So because we have something in common, the reason two people stay together is because they have something in common.
Yeah, true.
So the child is like a common ground. I want this child to do this. So they even have a conversation. They have something to talk about because of the child. So
but
many situations.
it's wrong to get married because you have a child with someone.
Like I'm saying, like the child is a common ground, and it makes you see.
Yes, it makes you see reasons why you guys can be together. But ordinarily,
the child is not good enough.
It's not a good enough.
So how about a lot of girls that try to tie a man down with pregnancy? Like, I'm pregnant. Run now, come on.
That one, very. Look at, as you're dragging him to come because of pregnancy, you know that there's actually tendency that you people can just split all of a sudden because it's not even love that's actually tying you down because of pregnancy.
But the one I was talking to about a scenario yesterday afternoon where I said this girl was trying to tie a married man down
with pregnancy. No, you were not gossiping with me. I was not the one you're gossiping with.
And then
it
now happened that his wife left the house. That, okay, my husband got a girl pregnant and the girl came to the house.
And so you left your house.
So you left your house because you were angry.
And
I told the girl, okay, I remember who I was talking to now. And then I told her.
So you remember what you're gossiping with?
Yes, I remember who I was gossiping with. And then I told her, I said, you left your house. You know what's going to happen? She's going to have that baby, have another one on that one. As in, she'll keep having kids. And you have 2 kids already. And so she said, oh, God forbid, it's only one they will have. I'm like, it's only one they will have, and you left her to have the bedroom.
Yes, and you've even have need to have more.
Have more. And so I think after like few weeks or 2 weeks or so, she went back to the house. And going back to the house, I'm sorry, it's not like I prayed for this or wanted it to, but I think she was going to, few months into her pregnancy, she had a miscarriage.
Whoa.
So when she had the miscarriage, she didn't have a reason to stay back because the whole thing was dissolved. So she just packed her bags and left. So now in a case where the wife did not come back to the house, and after that miscarriage, she takes him.
Then you'd have left avenue for someone to take over your home.
So you see the little mistakes we make.
So pregnancy cannot tie a man down.
Pregnancy cannot tie a man down.
Yeah, and then pregnancy.
Has to be love.
Yeah, the love is what binds us together.
It has to be love.
Yeah, I'm remembering one song we used to sing in Sunday school, but enough of Sunday school. I'm being too much of a JoJo today. Okay, we've talked about whether you can marry a single parent or not. People have said no, people have said yes. Some people have said they cannot share attention.
Some people say it depends.
Okay, let's talk about stigmatization. Yes, it's stigmatizing like a single parent kids. I've seen situations where a guy brings a girl home, and then there's a whole back right now. Please, Victor, can you work on that? Thank you. Okay, now there's been situations where you bring a girl home and your mom is like, no, you can't marry her, she has a child. No.
Yeah.
Have you, like, there's such a situation, and I look at why you stigmatizing this girl. I do not support abortion.
It's
yes, she could have, but she was responsible enough to take responsibility for her errors and
face it.
Yes, and face like you get, and then you're like, you can't get married to her.
Okay, you said like the mom is saying most of the times it's not even, you don't even go that far because parents are far. The podcast, I want to have something to do with you. And then we're going on, and then the fear of, I don't want to lose this guy because I feel we have a connection, we have
and then you don't tell him,
and then I don't tell him,
no.
And then when I see it's getting serious, I now tell him, and the guy is like, why? So you're so irresponsible, Okay. There are cases like that.
You're talking about cases. I'm going to tell you my story.
Oh, now right. Dun, dun, dun.
Like, it's all playing before me. Like, it was yesterday. That was actually some 2-3 years ago. And so I was seeing this dude. He was actually, I was seeing this dude. Okay, let me just tell the part you should know.
And tell me the rest after.
It was really nice. Like, he was really nice. He was advanced. Yeah, he was in age. He was like 10 years older than I was. But I felt he was mature. He was more like my big brother. And he wasn't keen on sex or anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
And yes, like, he was always there. I wanted someone to talk to. He was there. So for me, it was mature. And then he started saying, okay, just graduate from school. I want to get married to you. And okay, I'm not being superficial right now, but he was very okay. Like he was very comfortable. He ran a company of his own. And then for me, by all standards, he loved God. Yes, because that was a factor, just like a JoJo thing. He loved God. He was okay, and he was like my big brother and my friend. I could talk to him about anything. I didn't have secrets.
Wow.
He knew I was dating,
but he was there.
Yes, he knew I was dating. He was like, okay, now you're dating this boy, because he just wants to sleep with you and go, me, I want to marry you. So how about you? I'm not asking you to leave your boyfriend, but I want you to have it at the back of your mind that I want to marry you, and so do not mess up.
Mess up?
Yeah, he would tell me, do not mess up.
What was that's not the conversation for today.
Yes, so he kept saying that. It was like a slogan. And so I really liked this person. At a point, I was like, okay, this person provides for me, cares about my mental health, cares about my spirituality, and my boyfriend wasn't doing that. So at the point, I felt like, okay, this boyfriend doesn't even do much for me. And then I started paying attention. I was like, okay, fine. I was into the I want to get married to you thing.
Yeah.
So for me, I knew I had somebody.
So I was going to miss the bridal shower.
Of course, you're in and out. And I'm like, no problems. And then he said we're going to his village. He's from Anambra State. They were going to give him this Ozo title.
Okay.
Yes, and then
Lolo.
Lolo. Okay. Oh, funny enough, that's what his cousins used to call me. And then we went to this house. It's a very big house. And because we had guests all over. And then in the master's bedroom, there's just, that day he told me, I want to marry you, right? That's why I brought you to the village to meet my mom, my siblings, and my cousins.
And you met them?
Yes, I did. Oh. And he's like, okay, I want to tell you something. And I was like, okay, maybe he's about to produce a ring. I have a son. I was shook to my roots.
No.
I had no idea.
How old is the son?
25.
What, I just thought you said
25. No, I know he says say 5.
Just say 5.
Are you serious?
And he was like, you see that portrait in the sitting room? Because I actually saw the portrait and I was like, okay, I was too busy because there was a lot of, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, you were thinking he's probably the one when he was little.
No, he's really dark.
Okay.
But this child is
light-skinned.
And I was like, okay, who's this child? Okay, maybe this is like the family. Well, I knew this is like his personal house. The family house is opposite his.
Wow.
And then I saw the picture. I didn't want to think about it much, so my countenance would not change. And so, but when he said it, I thought about it, but I just felt I prayed it wasn't true.
Wow.
Yeah, and he said it's a son. And there's those things our mothers say. If it's a girl, okay, they'll get married. But if it's a boy child, you should think about it again.
Yeah. No, actually, I don't think if it's a girl, I think it's better.
Yeah.
If it's a girl, no, sorry. If it's
a
a boy, I think it's better. If it's a girl, oh jeez, it's gonna be hard. You know, girls actually lobby for attention more than guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm telling you my story right now.
Yeah, sorry.
And so I saw the picture and I was like, oh my goodness. He told me that's my son.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my goodness. I was shook. I didn't say nothing. He was like, say something. I couldn't. I just didn't want to stop.
How long have you guys, known yourselves?
Okay, now we're getting to that part.
Yeah.
I've known him for 2 years.
Really?
Wait, you've not heard the most of it. I've known him for 2 years. And that 2 years, he wasn't bothering for sex. He wasn't bothering for a relationship. He just told me I am the girl he wants to marry, and I should have that back of my mind. Because in 2 years, I was supposed to graduate. And then this was a few months to my exams. Like
final exams.
Yeah.
He's in there.
And then I'm like, your son. I was shook that night. I didn't cry because I think maybe girls don't have relations and stuff. Yeah. But it really got to me, and I'm like, am I ready for this? Like, I'm 20. Jesus. I don't think I'm ready for this. And so I just thought about it. I pondered, and I was like, okay, I don't want to talk about it in this house. He might just drop on my call. When I get home, I have to talk to my big sisters about it and stuff. And that was not the most. The next day, we had a lot of people who washed plates and coolers, and the kitchen was really big. And so I was directing people, put it here, and like just to put things away the next morning. And then we ran out of space up there in the up cabinet, and then the store was filled, and then I had to like open the drawers like down here. I was trying to open the drawers, and I saw another picture.
Why do I feel like this is a story of movie she's trying to share with us?
It's not a movie.
No, it's not like a movie and story. Like all the still stuff that you can actually see.
I'm actually uncomfortable already because I'm like, I think you're about to see something else.
See, I think I don't tell the story. I don't tell the story right. I think my roommate back in school would tell it better. Blessing. Oh, she's married now. How's my baby? How's Annabelle? Shout out to Annabelle and Dozier. That's her and her husband. Like, she'll tell the story better. Because I called her. I was shivering.
Whoa.
I'm like, Blessing.
What kind of picture did you see?
And a portrait of...
The family portrait?
No. Of a girl. A baby girl. And you could tell that the same photographer that took the one of the boy child, but the kids are beautiful, took the picture of the girl child. I couldn't talk. But he knew that I was not myself. So he kept asking me, his cousins... They kept asking, what's up? Why all of a sudden you're not your happy self? You're coming to yourself more. Are you okay? I'm like, I just want to go back to school. My exams are coming up. I want to start studying. They're like, come on, we'll drop you. But I was not myself. So that night, the night before I was going to leave, I told him, how many kids do you have? He just stopped. He just stopped dead in his track. Why do you ask? And I'm like, I'm asking you a question. Would you just answer? I have never raised my voice at him because I seem like a big brother. He was, did I say 10? He was 13 to 15 years older than me.
Whoa.
But, God, he's just say 40 something. Yeah, but he's really looking young. I'm like,
I get.
I'm like, and I liked that. God, I found a daddy and a brother in him. And he said, 2.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, please just tell me if there are more.
Yeah, because you told me you have a
1.
son. You have
2.
And then
did you just have that child last night?
And this is like the picture of a baby, the boy, and then this baby. I'm like, where are they? I know your boy child is with your sister in the US. The boy is not in Nigeria. He's with his sister in the US. And every time he travels, he's like, this for my son. Let me buy this material and make African clothes for my son. I don't want him to forget his roots. And so the baby girl, what happens to her? And it's like, she's my child too. I'm like, okay. Your boy child is 5 years old. How old
was the baby girl?
Is the baby girl?
Whoa.
And she's like, she's going to be 3 soon. What? I'm like, I've known you for 2 years. That means your wife had an infant as at the time we met. And he's like, she's not my wife.
Oh my God, really?
I'm like, same mother. And she said, and he said yes.
And then she's not your wife.
And she's not your wife. You guys didn't get married. I was like, we did the wine carrying. We were staying together and story. And you know what?
He's not sincere.
Now,
he's not
sincere. My
bottom line of this, he's not truthful, and That's so
there are a whole lot of other things. There are a whole lot of other things he's hiding.
Yes.
And then when he's trying to do with marriage,
heartbreaking. If does not even begin to cut it.
You see this whole story you're saying. If you eventually end up with that kind of person, what's the outcome? What do you think the marriage would actually lead to?
There's a lot more.
There's a lot of insecurities.
But do you know there are pointers to this thing and we don't know? Let me tell you what happened when I met him eventually.
Yeah.
When I met him eventually, you always front, I'm going to be at the rig, like offshore for 2 months. And then I see pictures on his WhatsApp status that he's been in the United States.
So the rig is in
that means he's going to see his son or his children or his family or whatever that was, and then I'm going to rig for 2 months, and then I see pictures of you abroad. As if that was not enough, a year into being with him, I realized that he owned the company he was working in. He didn't tell me that part. But when I told my friends, they're like, okay, he's trying to be like modest.
Humble.
Yes.
Oh, please.
But these were pointers to it, and I didn't even think about it.
What was he thinking all of these things going to lead to and all that? You're not being honest.
You're being in a relationship online.
Who knows? Probably this is what this whole scenario you're painting, this whole story you're saying, could actually be the reason or the issue behind his own. I mean,
the failing.
Yeah,
because it's not enough.
Marriage or relationship failing and all that.
I think there's something we didn't talk about because it's not enough to say that this person is divorced. You have to ask the person
what happened. What led to it?
Because that's what he couldn't tell me. Okay,
I'm really giving kudos out there to people, single parents out there, and people that actually got married to single parents out there.
I'm telling you,
it's not easy. There's more to it.
So I'm like asking you, what happened? And you can't tell me what happened. You start stuttering. I know you love me regardless. We can make it. I'm like, okay, love is not enough. What happened to their mother? Where is their mother? Is she? Yes, she's still alive. She's married. To who?
To who? Yeah.
What's her name on Facebook? I want to search for her.
Why did she get married? Why
did they break up? I mean, and this child was just a few months, and you met me. You're telling me about marriage. That means you were with this. It was. I can't begin to tell you the story. I feel like right now, maybe we should just take a short break.
No. Let's not take a short break. Let me make you laugh.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, there's some people that like tall guys.
Yeah.
And there's some people that like short guys.
Oh no. I don't think there are people that like short guys.
There are people that
what? You say?
Really?
Yes.
And I think it's really common with girls that are actually very tall.
Yeah.
Just me.
What are you calling just people? I love tall guys.
Okay. Thing is, I am not so tall.
Yeah.
I think I'm a 5'7", but
that's a lot.
But I am not in for a short guy.
How come everyone's like in tall guys?
No.
What happens to the quakes of our generation?
Oh my god!
I didn't hear that.
No.
Did you hear anything?
It was a whisper.
Did you say anything?
I was just whispering to the microphone.
Yeah, go on.
Okay,
Say something.
Now, these guys, like you said, tall guys.
Yeah.
The tall ladies for the short guys.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
But now, this girl likes tall guys.
Okay.
Tall and mature looking, hot belly guys.
Cynthia.
And dark guys, please.
Ijoma.
And then, all tall, dark, mature looking guys coming around her are refusing to be with her because she has a child. Yeah, you can just. I'm trying to paint a picture here.
Yeah.
And then, the only person that agrees.
That sticks with her.
That sticks.
Why are you laughing?
What's she doing now?
I'm listening to you.
It's like gang.
No, I think he's in the short thing. Short.
Oh my god.
No, but the thing is, the only person that decides to stay regardless is a short and
oh my god,
light-skinned guy.
Okay, and she likes tall and dark
guys and pot-bellied, chubby guys. But now this guy is short, fair, and skinny. What would she do?
Oh my god, that's there.
So that's like saying it doesn't mean that because you're a single parent you don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to drive out.
And then you know what really pisses me off is when these guys are like, I'm doing you a favor.
What the?
You're like, they call you second-hand material.
They call you Tokumbo, she?
Madu.
They call you Tokumbo. Like,
but that doesn't. Yeah.
I have a choice.
You have a
Of
choice.
course you
do.
I can even decide not to get married.
Yeah.
The whole of
Choice.
celebrities I know
They do
that
this. They're always in this situation.
But do you know that growing up, I used to tell my mom, there was
You
one
want to
time,
be a single parent.
I've told you that story before. I told my mom
Do
that.
you know why? Because we are actually in a world where we get to see people, you know, very comfortable and love the whole single parenting thing. Especially, and it's always very common with celebrities. The movies we watch. But they are forgetting that these people out there are people that have money and they're celebrities and they can take care of themselves, their families and all that.
What you don't understand is what they show you on social media is what they want you to see. You don't know what's going on. Okay, what happens at night when you want to talk to somebody? What happens when you want to cuddle?
No, you're talking about yourself. I'm actually thinking about the child. At the point the child begins to tell you, where's my daddy?
Where's my dad?
Because my classmates have daddies. The daddies live with them. Where's my daddy? So you have, it's a lot to
that paddles us came into talking about the kind of relationship you have with your child as a single parent.
So people do not just hoard the truth away from future spouses, they also hoard it from their kids.
So I think to an extent, as a single parent, you know you have a child. This is you and your child against the world.
True.
That's how I put it. It is me and you now against the world.
But please, you should actually leave a crack on the wall so someone can just fizzle in.
Yeah,
because I know growing up, I used to tell my mom, okay, I know once upon a time, I think I saw a movie, but you know what we see, right?
Yeah.
Like it just plays in your head. I told my mom, okay, I was 16. I think I just got done with secondary school and I wrote my first jam. I told my mom that, do you know that? Okay, somebody wanted to get married in the compound where we live, and then the husband told her she had OND. You're not going for HND. You just start. I'll open a business for you and stuff. And then and this girl is a very intelligent person. She was like my my homework dealer.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's very bright, and everybody in the estate knew that this child is a very bright child. She's this child that maybe your parents now have money to send to school, and someone's like, this one can always, she will go to school. That's how it was. Yeah. And then this husband comes and is like, you won't go to school anymore. And then she's like, she's not getting married. And her dad's like, you will get married because it will help the family.
Oh my God.
Yes, you know how this forgive me, but a lot of Igbo families are saying, he'll get married because he will help the family. He will train your brother. So you want him to train my brothers, and you're not thinking about me because it's me first before anybody else. Yeah. And so she said she wasn't going to get married, and she ran out of the house. And then I told my mom that if that is what marriage was, because I missed her. She was taking me to jam classes. She was not really older than me, but she was before me, so 4 years. So she was taking me to jam classes. I was like, if this is it, then maybe I don't want to get married. Yeah, and because I also don't want my child to be a dummy. So maybe I'll look for a man that is tall, that is fine, and that is intelligent, and then I'll get pregnant and I'll run away, and I'll give birth to my child and raise my child alone.
You see how the whole
thing
happens.
It happens because like I was saying about the relationship with your kids.
Yeah,
children are what you are as a person. They reflect. They're a reflection of who you are. Because somebody once said, okay, I'm going to speak pidgin, but someone once said, if you want to know whether mama get money, look at children's clothes.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
No, don't look at the woman's clothing. Look at her child, because you give your child the very best.
Very best, yeah, true.
So this child is reflecting you outside. Until now, when you're with this child, and then, you and this child, you don't have a partner, whether woman or man, you just know with a child that you don't have a partner.
Yeah.
You try to tell this child, tell communicate, tell the child the truth, especially.
Very
so that
important, true.
You don't go out tomorrow and the child hears something. Like,
something else,
growing up, I remember we had a lot of rape cases, and then on my street, you hear people call someone, okay now. You say, when the child doesn't have a father, say you're a bastard or something.
Yeah.
They kept on using those words.
He
kept on using those. And I remember one
stigmatization.
boy. I remember a boy, his name was Salisu or something then. I can't remember his real name. I think it was Salisu. The boy came back home one day and the lady was making my hair. His mom was making my hair. A young lady. And she said, he was like, this person called me this. And mother was like, don't mind them. Go and sit down inside. Don't mind them. And then while we're still making the hair, he now came and said, what is this thing this person called me?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
And children are so smart and very
and the mom was like,
yes.
okay, you know what? I will tell you
later.
Because she was with someone and she was making my hair. And I think with time, I got to understand that she later communicated to her child. So when they called him that outside, he was like, my mom is strong. My mom is a daddy. My mom is my mommy. You know, he was able to defend. At least he understood what was happening. So whenever you called him anything, it didn't make any meaning. Yeah, because the only thing that meant a meaning was how mommy felt and what mommy said.
Yeah, so he doesn't have an issue when you say he's a bastard. But when you talk about his mom,
when you grow up, when he grows up tomorrow, and then a guy comes and says, "I'm your dad," and maybe his mom had already told him, "Daddy is dead," and then he grows up tomorrow and be like, "Why did you lie to me? Why did you look me in the face and you told me a lie?" That means every other thing you might have told me in the course of growing up
was a lie. Yeah. Please, okay, just so you have something to say.
This is a really very deep and sensitive discussion right now. Right. So in as much as people out there are just going along with single parenting and they're comfortable, I think it's very important that they try as much as possible to be honest with their children. True. You understand? I do that at some certain age of the child that maybe you don't want to say some things or share
his mind.
Yes, share some things, some truthful things to them. But when that time comes, when you reach some certain age,
begin to tell them.
Yeah, you can tell. You could begin to be honest with the child, so that when he grows, like this kind of stigmatization from outside, from friends and all that, will not get to him. You already know that. Even if you don't want to tell them, okay, probably you're separated or you're divorced, it's actually cool or good that you actually tell them that, oh, whatever it is, mom really loves you, daddy loves you, all right? Whatever, don't listen to what people say and all that. And as a child is growing up, even if the other parent is not there or the spouse or partner is not there,
he doesn't go to hate the person.
Yes, so it already has it in his head, okay, mom really loves me and daddy loves me and all that.
Yeah, and then I know it's but do not formulate stories.
Do not
formulate stories. Daddy has to go. Daddy, for instance, tell tell the truth as subtle as you can.
You know how children actually are.
So children have
they are very sensitive and they're smart. Their brains at that moment.
If you don't tell them, just that their brains, they are going to work up a story because they just need something to work with. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. It's just like you leave the guy or the baby boy is being raised by the mom, and then daddy is not in the picture, and so you've not told
where daddy is.
Yes, you've not told him where daddy is, why daddy left somewhere. It just assumes, and then he goes to school and he's discussing with his peers because children are smart.
They're smart.
Like, your daddy is not with you. Maybe your daddy has another child. Maybe your daddy has another wife. Maybe your dad, and then he has all of this in his mind. Yes, do you understand? Yeah. And so that might not be the truth, but because he needs something to work with, he needs something to hold on to. Yeah. So at that point, it's really something we should look into. Yeah. And I'm scared for stigmatization. We're talking about the other partner finding out. Okay, this person has a child and you're like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. There are also the situation where their mothers, their families, their sisters, we were sisters to our brothers, and then we tell our brothers, you can't marry her. She has a child. It happens.
So that's why being honest to your children, to your child, is very important. So that this kind of thing will not happen. Your child cannot go out and start feeling somehow, start feeling like, oh, mommy was not honest, daddy was not truthful with me. I don't even know where my dad is. I don't know where my mom is. My mommy only told me my dad is there and all that. So you have to be honest with your child.
This has got me so in my feelings right now. All right, final words. Do you have any final words for the single daddies out there?
For the single moms out there too. I know this journey, this whole thing is not easy. But I know if you're determined to be in that position, or if you find yourself in that position, you can do best. You can do your best. You can actually be great. You can actually be great at raising your child. All you have to do is just to build up a bond. Love, truthfulness, honesty has to be built. Because, like Fuchi said, your children look up to you. The best out of your child can actually be, found in you as well. True. So you have to be a role model to your child.
They emulate you.
They emulate you, exactly. So that's my word.
Fuchi, parting words for all the single parents out there. I could be one. I might not have got enough honesty enough to tell
have a strong parting word because she said yes to single parenting.
Yes, I think I'd say in everything you do, in whatever situation or scenario you find yourself, the most important thing is to let love lead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so touching. Okay, to all the single parents out there doing their best to raise their kids, you're the real MVP.
Yeah.
I pray for courage, for strength.
I feel like
for you.
Sorry, I feel like we should just celebrate them right now.
Yes, how about a round of applause for them?
Yes.
All right, with that's how we wrap up the show today. It's been Whispers with my girl Stargo, Jojo, and the very energetic Fuji. I'm your favorite flavor, butterscotch. Officially, I am Immaculata Uda. Till we come your way again, same time, same station next week. Bye for now.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassey.
Ekanem. I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassey.
Ekanem. I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Africa. As we stand together, knowledge has no barriers, for we have conquered our fears, shifted gears to plunge further in every sphere, piercing the chest of the future like sharpened spear. We stand together to weather the storm, to be reborn, sprouting like germinated seeds of a corn, to inform a generation like the signal sound of a horn. That though by history we are torn, but what's a rose stem without thorns? We take turns to have our history spawn, from a conundrum of hearts beating like a talking drum, talking from words inscribed on our minds' tabloids. We stand together as African patriots.
It's ODJ, yes. I feel too mad for you, yeah. I feel too crazy for you, baby. Girl, I promise you my heart, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promise you my love, oh, oh, baby. I wanna share my life with you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to give my heart to you, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little family, now you be the one, now you be the one, no. Oh, little family, now you be the one, no. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart, yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. I'm not gonna ever play you Ojo. I'm not gonna ever play you Tinko. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna ever busy up on you, yeah. Baby girl, let me be your provider. Say, baby, let me be your shelter. I wanna be there to cover you. Baby, let me be your most. I wanna be there to fight for you. I will never fall you. Break your heart, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you?
Okay, that dancing in the rain, that's something I just wish I could do again. Beautiful song there.
Until you catch a cold.
Well, I think I'll deal with the cold. But I just want to have that moment again. Like, I just want to feel it all over again. Don't you miss it? Come on. Don't tell me you never had that experience. Don't tell me you never had that experience. Dancing in the rain.
I mean, coming from Nigerian. Which Nigerian child never did that? I'm not talking about dancing, actually, just playing in the rain.
Playing in the rain. Well, I did play in the rain, then also did dance a little bit in the rain. I did all that. Okay? So you just can't tell me you never had that experience. I mean, it's fun. Try it.
Wait, did you actually have music while dancing in the rain, or you just from stuff in your head?
Well, you just have to imagine the song playing in your head, and then you just give them Michael Jackson. Woo!
So basically, you were running mad without even knowing it.
Okay, it is APR, ladies. It is Bump It or Dump It. Okay, we check your time. It is 9 minutes gone past the hour of 3 p.m. Beautiful Saturday. How's your day been so far?
Oh, well, it's been hot.
I can imagine. So now tell me, before this whole coronavirus thing, what was your weekends usually like?
Well, I'm usually a homebody. I mean, my weekends are sacred. That's when I get to rest.
A homebody? Yeah. I mean, Fridays you don't club, you don't party, nothing, and then Saturdays laundry, and then market.
Hey, my dad is probably listening and I'm not saying anything.
Well, you see, now like he should be resting by now, so he wouldn't really care whatever thing you say.
Let's not do that.
Oh, okay, we shouldn't do that. Okay. All right, the name is the YAW. You can call me the Godfather right here on APR.
Well, my name is MM. Just call me M.
Just call her M. Yeah, I mean, I was trying so hard not to call her other name.
No, don't.
Can I just at least make an attempt?
No, man, you can moderate. Don't do that.
Really?
Okay, try once. Just once.
Ekanem.
Oh, that's the first time you got my name.
Okay, the show is Bump It or Dump It. Okay, now this is a show whereby you just need to listen to it. Okay, we play you 3 songs and then you need to vote for your favorite song. And now the song with the highest number of play, that is Bump It, will definitely make it to our top 10.
So in other words, when we play a song and you like it, just use the hashtag Bump It. But
Bump
if you do not like it, use the hashtag Dump It.
Like dump it. Like, okay, like where's the bin? I think we got a big bin somewhere.
Big bin outside.
Okay, so we just dump the song in there and then just forget about the song completely.
Exactly.
Okay, now coming up pretty much soon, like it is a beautiful song by this Abuja-based artist. You know, like some time ago he did a song for the likes of Yemi Alade and so I don't know if you remember the song. Everywhere you go, London you. I mean, tell me I have a sweet voice.
I'd rather not answer that.
Okay, he goes by the name Emzo, and then he produced that song. And Emzo right about now is into the music industry himself, not as a producer, but as an artist. Okay, and then he has a song called Dive. The first time I listened to the song, I was like, okay, I think we're beginning to have
what now?
Like artists who will really appreciate lyrical content when it comes to songs, other than just
now. I really cannot wait to hear what this guy brings.
Okay, you want to listen to it?
Oh, let's go.
Okay, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Emzo with Dive. We'll be right back. It is the program Dump It or Bump It. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
It's showtime, folks. Showtime.
I heard you tell your friends I be off, but take me out to they play like small, but you say you see I'm for my eyes. Guys like me to the lie. A baby girl I know go deny though. Me I be that boy and I soft though, but I just want to be your man. I hope say you understand. Say I was so weak for so long, but now your love will make me strong. Now you make me sing this song. Girl, don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like diving in an ocean. Go take my hand, we're diving together. shy with me. Relax with me, give me that energy. Your body next to me is all that I'm wanting, baby. Yeah, I've been searching for so long, but I don't want to look no more. I sing for you all night long, just don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together. Like diving in an ocean. Go take my hand, we're diving together. I know love in me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together.
Okay, Dive. Beautiful song there by Emzo.
Can I just
Area
sing?
Boy Music.
Can I just sing?
Dive?
I want to sing.
You want to sing? Okay.
I know love in me.
Okay.
I don't want to show myself, don't worry.
Please show yourself. It's allowed. Show yourself. It's allowed.
No.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, still Dump It or Bump It. Beautiful song there by Emzo.
I mean, you did well, actually. It wasn't bad.
Really? It wasn't bad?
It wasn't
Your
bad.
personal opinion? Well, I think this song is alright. But then it's not left for us to decide whether the song should be up there
the fate of the
or not.
song actually rests in your hands.
So let us know if we should dump it or bump it. Okay, now the number that you can actually reach us on is 080-5958-7805. Okay, and then just in case you are streaming live from any part of Africa, you can just don't forget to add the +234 and then remove the first 0.
Okay.
+234 and then take out the first 0.
Yeah, that goes to for the second number, or you can also send a message to 081-0551-4498. Don't forget, use the hashtag bump it if you like the song, or the hashtag dump it if you do not like the song.
Just let us know what you think. I mean, like, I got to listen to the second verse of the song when it was saying that the lady should just hold his hands and then they get to jump off together. Don't you think that is a little bit like suicide? Is that not crazy? Well, they say love to make people do crazy stuff sometimes, but I don't know.
I'm not that crazy. I'm just saying.
Have you ever been in love? Maybe you can do anything for love.
This isn't about me right now.
I know,
okay?
but they were talking about the song Dive. Let's dive together.
Dive. That guy, I don't know. It sounded like he was suicidal. Honestly,
it sounded like what?
It sounded like he was suicidal. He's like, take my hands, let's jump off a building. Like,
I mean, that's love.
Oh, wow, okay.
I mean, Romeo did die for love.
So we should all start dying now.
Well, let's go sacrifice.
So when we all die for love, who actually stays alive to enjoy this love?
Well, you never can tell.
Okay.
APR, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, how's the afternoon going so far? Like, I don't know. It's been, I know it's been crazy, like, for the past 1.5 months so far. It's been crazy with all the COVID-19 situations. You know, a lot of people finding it hard to survive. You know, most especially when it comes to feeding. You know, a lot of people want to go out there no matter what it takes. They just want.
Very important.
I mean, it is very important. It is very important. But then, don't forget, whatever thing you do out there, don't forget the social distancing rule. You know, you really, really, really need to observe it. And then also, make sure you get to wash your hands.
regularly.
With
soap and running water.
Running water. Wash your hands properly, and then also don't forget to use alcohol, base, hand sanitizer. Sanitize your hands, and then also your face masks. Whatever you do, please stay safe for us, because we really, really, really need you to stay alive for APR. Because without you, I don't think we're gonna be right here.
Just saying.
Like we're just saying. Okay, and also don't forget you can vote on our social media platform.
Yes.
That's talking about on Facebook. It is www.africanpatriotradio.facebook/Facebook/APR.
Okay, you sure you got that right?
I know. I mean, that's why you're here. Is that not why you're here?
Okay, pardon him, guys.
Is that not why you're here?
www.facebook.com/African Patriots Radio.
We're supposed to be that team, aren't we? We're supposed to be partners.
You should be punished for this.
We're supposed to be partners. When I'm not getting it, I'll be like, yo, dude, you really need to get this stuff.
Okay, I got you. So what song are we looking at next?
Okay, now the next song coming up is it's titled Angelina.
Oh, wow.
Angelina. Right.
But they always include a girl's name in every song.
I mean, women make the world take.
Say that again.
Please don't get too excited.
Say that again.
Don't get too.
Say that again. I didn't hear that.
I think I need to wash my mouth.
Increase the volume, please.
I think I need to wash my mouth with soap. Like that came out a little bit wrong. That came out a little bit wrong. Don't get too excited about it. But hey, we all know what the truth is. Okay, women do make the world take. And I appreciate every woman out there for that.
Oh, thank you.
But don't get carried away.
It's actually like one of the nicest things you've ever said.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm not saying. Just saying.
Okay, still bump it or dump it on African Patriot Radio.
Angelina
Coming up today.
by?
Like Angelina by D1 Nature. D1 Nature, nice name.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it. We'll be right back.
D1 Nature,
It's Blaze and the Big Baby.
One man fit carry plenty woman. Hypocrite around and say I'm mystical. Me, I know sound I like to do one. It no matter if they identical. Black as you melanin, Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. I like it black as you melanin. Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly. As I make money, the girl them come around. See the girl them come around. They say I too ugly. As I make money, the girl them come around. See the girl them come around. Angelina kill it person. Angelina tie mama. Angelina kill it person. Angelina no. Angelina kill it person. Angelina tie mama.
Okay, that one was called Angelina by D1 Nature.
D1 Nature, Angelina. Well, I think I love the groovy part of the song and everything. Like at one time, I felt like giving out all the salsa move, all my salsa move.
It did make me move a little.
Did you?
A little.
Did you?
What you mean, did you?
Did you? Like, I really needed to say.
Did you think, did you? Like, are you having a seizure or something?
Yeah, did you? Okay, D1 Nature with Angelina. So tell me, what do you think about that song?
Well,
Yeah.
like I said, it did make me move a little.
But then it's not.
But then it's not for me to say. Really.
It's not there for us to decide.
Honestly.
Whether you should bump it or dump it.
So what do you think, though?
For me?
Yeah.
It's just. I'm not going to say anything.
So if I release a song today, that's what you're going to say about myself.
Well, for you, I might be a little bit biased, because you're my party. I'll be like, okay, the song is good, even if it's not good.
So that's the problem. I need to avoid people like you.
Please don't, because
tell me the truth.
Okay, of course I'll tell you the truth, but then I just want at the same time I also want you to feel good about yourself.
Okay.
But I tried now.
Okay. So that was Angelina by D1 Nature. So If you enjoyed it, if it made you move, you know what to do.
Let us know.
Oh well. You still don't know what to do.
Still know what to do. Okay. Now before we went on that music, before we played that music, talking about D1H, Angelina, we're talking about situations. The whole coronavirus thing, how it has really limited a lot of activities around the world. I mean, I don't get to watch the EPL again. A lot of artists in Nigeria.
It's actually quite sad. I mean, I did enjoy watching soccer.
Soccer, really? Mm-hmm. Your favorite team?
I'm not saying.
You're not saying.
You're just looking for a reason to fight with me right now.
You look like a Chelsea fan.
So back to what you were saying.
I think I was like, I'm right.
What you were saying.
What was I saying?
We were talking about happenings around.
Happenings around the world and everything, like the coronavirus. Like there's stopped a lot of activities, especially Saturday weddings. They did talk about Saturdays of weddings where people. Owambe. Oh.
You know what they say? Saturdays are for weddings.
For Owambe. Bounce party rice.
You know this. You know it.
Like we just can't wait for this whole pandemic to end, so that at least life can resume again. Just like the way it used to be. Like we missed everything. The EPL, hanging out with friends. I mean, I can't hug, I can't touch people. I just have to be like 1 to 2 meters away from people. Be like, hi, hello. It's crazy.
Okay.
Please, don't say what.
Okay, fine.
Just
don't say it.
Just don't say it.
I won't say it, I promise.
Just don't say it. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now the third song coming up right about now. Okay, when I heard this song, like some people might say I've got some terrible mind, terrible sense of humor. I don't know.
I honestly do not feel like hearing it right now.
Should I say it? Should I say it? Just tell me if I should say it or not.
You know what?
Okay.
It's on your conscience, so I
mean, my conscience is telling me, yo, you have my back, and you have my support, 100%. Okay, now the third song coming up is a song by Jay Sings. He called this one "Blow."
Blow. That blow coming up.
The blow coming up. Before she says what I don't want her to say.
Jay Sing, blow. Let's hear it.
APR. We'll be right back.
Claro, hey, Holado. Jesse, Lord of mercy. Oh, I know. Me and work, I'm like, I want plenty money like Dangote. Oh, Lord, tell me when your grace will follow me. I want to blow more than whiskey, though. Me fast, they sing my song for every show. Oh, Lord, tell me when your grace will follow me. I want to blow more than they need, though. They work out like commando. Carry chair, make we sit down. Me and you conversation. I don't pay my dues. I don't pray, I don't fast. Oh Lord, oh. If I don't blow today, oh Lord, waiting again, no. Waiting again, no. Oh Lord, oh. If I don't make a before I die, waiting again, no. See, no. Yeah, my ambitions aiming for billions, trillions, billions for my yard. Standing tall, aiming for where me I go. Me I thank you for the talent that you gave me. I don't drop any goals, I never see blue. I want no, where be my tone, no. Hey, come down, I manifest your power. Oh Lord, come down, I manifest your power. Oh Lord, oh, tell me when your grace will follow me. I want to blow more than Timaya. Make I let go up be higher. Tell me when your grace will follow me. I want to go more than Zilanda. I go to make it yaga. Papa, oh, carry chair, make we sit down. Me and you conversation. I don't pay my dues. I don't pray, I don't fast. Oh, Lord, oh. If I don't blow today, oh Lord, waiting again, no. Waiting again, no. Oh, Lord, oh. If I don't make a before I die, waiting again.
Okay, Jay Sing, Blow. Girl, you gonna blow my mind. I mean, that was just what I was trying to, like, that was the only thing I remember.
And that was all that came to your mind, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
It was just blow.
Okay, so beautiful people of Africa, you let us know. Now I think we already started getting votes for the first two songs. I was talking about Emzo Dive and then also Angelina by D1 Nature. Okay, like the votes started coming in already, and then also Nature. Oh, someone just voted for Nature. Okay. He's saying the comments like, okay, this song is alright. I'll give him half. Okay. Person saying, okay, just bump half. Just bump half and then dump half. I mean, that's mean.
That's actually mean. People have no chill, honestly. So what are we supposed to do with that? Do we give him half?
Yeah, I mean, the person just bump half and dump half.
So it's like one leg up there, one leg in the bed.
Yeah. And then, for Sing, Ems already has 4 votes. Somebody was like, okay, because of the way he said we should hold hands and jump.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dumping him.
Okay, I got one here, and for Dive by Emzo, this one says, bump it.
Bump it?
Love that he said we can jump together. Let's dive, baby.
Okay, I think, how come I have a feeling that message actually came from a lady?
Oh.
Tell me I'm wrong.
What's it to you?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's all right. Okay, and then another one coming in for D1 Nature. Okay, this one said, the guy tried bump it. Okay, bump it. And then Jay Singh, okay, bump it. Okay, Jay Singh has 1.5 already. I mean, am I allowed to say that? 1.5? Okay. He has 1.5 already. Okay, that's 1.5. And then also, Emzo has another one.
So that makes it 5 now.
Okay, that makes it 5 now. Okay, bump it, Emzo, Die, beautiful song there, nice production. Okay, thank you. And then another one for D1 Nature, bump it. Okay. Now.
So that makes it 3 now for D1.
Yeah, 3 for D1, 1.5 for Jay Singh with Blow.
We actually have one here. Okay. It's saying what's up to us.
Okay, hi.
Okay, he say, I said bump it for that dive track you all played. Okay.
What's up with this guy now? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
So that makes it 6 now.
That makes it 6 for Emzo. With the song Dive. Okay, another one for Jay Singh. Okay, 2.5 for Jay Singh. This one says bump it. Yeah, 2.5. Come on, it's a vote. I just need to add it to it, okay?
I ever sense that thing? Oh, God. God is watching you.
I mean, from afar, God is definitely watching you. I mean, it's not easy to call yourself a musician or an artist. Not to talk of just coming out to say, okay, now I want to sing for everybody. Mm-hmm. Having that talent, So if someone out there is really making an effort, I mean, we should...
Yeah, true.
It's not easy.
I mean, it takes guts, like you said, it takes guts. I mean, I wouldn't even stand in front of people. I wouldn't stand in front of you to sing.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I mean, just because I do not want to blow you away.
Hey!
In a good way.
Hey! Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I reserve my comment. Okay, another one for Jay Singh. Okay, 3.5 for Jay Singh. Okay, nice one, Blow. We have another one for D1 Nature.
Is that a bump or dump?
Dump. Okay, this one coming for D1 Nature. This person sounds like the way the person even typed the dump. I mean, in capital letters. Okay, and Emzo has another one.
That makes it 7 now.
That makes it 7. I mean, Emzo, nice one there. I think I would need to sit down and then listen to the song properly. Probably I might get to fall in love, we can tell. Wow. All right, still APR, ladies and gentlemen. It is the show Dump It or Bump It with your boy.
Dump it.
Yeah, YAW, the Godfather. And of course, I wouldn't want to call the name.
Well, my name is Anne.
Because she got guns waiting for me to just...
just say it.
Just I mean, just like the way she's going.
Whatever you want to go with it, you want to make it more sophisticated. You call me Lady M. Do you know?
I mean, that sounds a bit like sophisticated.
Oh, you know how we do.
Yeah, of course, you know how we do. It is the weekend. It is the weekend in the federal capital city. No, not just in Abuja, of course, around the world. It is Saturday, some part of the world.
So do we actually get to the part where we drop the results? You know, I'm sure a lot of people are itching to hear. I want to know our winner.
Okay.
I mean, I know the winner, but I just want to tell you guys the winner.
Well, I think we should just let them know who the winner is. So I will just allow you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your favorite person in the world.
Okay, so all of the votes put together left us left Blow by Jason at 3.5.
No,
so you got
Jason? 3.5.
3.5 bombs. I don't know where the half came from, but like I said again,
I think the half came from the first voter.
That's what I'm saying. The person that said that, God is watching you. God is watching you. It's like you don't need to put one leg in the bin and one leg in, but it works. It's fine. It's fine. And then we have Angelina by D1 Nature. That he got the song got 4 bombs.
4 bombs. I mean, he was lucky.
Yeah, he got 4 bombs.
Because Jason was coming for him, but then he got half.
Yeah, he got half. And finally, our winner for today, our winning song for today is...
Drum roll.
Should I say it? I think we already know.
Of course, we already know it is.
I just want to say it. I'm actually so excited. Our winning song for today is "Die" by Emzo.
Area boy music. Area boy.
Beats by Emzo.
Beats by Emzo. Okay, congratulations, Emzo. Area boy music. From here now, straight up, you'll be going into our top 10 countdown. I mean,
that's what you get to enjoy.
Of course, that's what you get to enjoy on the APR top 10 countdown. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fantastic hanging out with you. I mean, I did enjoy myself.
Well, I enjoyed myself too.
So for those out there that did vote, we just want to say very, 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 very big thank you to you.
Thank you.
But also don't forget to always follow APR.
Yes, on all social media platforms.
On all social media platforms.
We're still African Patriots Radio.
I mean, I wouldn't want to give out the
what now?
Before she tells me, dude, you're not getting it right.
Well, like I said, on all platforms, it's African Patriot Radio. On Facebook, it's still the same thing.
African Patriot Radio?
Yeah, it's African Patriot Radio.
It is African Patriot
Radio. So if you're
Radio.
on Facebook, you can actually just search and you see there with our beautiful logo.
Oh my God, fantastic one. Okay, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic hanging out with you guys all the way.
I had a nice time.
Of course I did. Okay, now we're definitely going to be leaving you in the hands of the winner for today's show.
Yes.
With this one, dive. I mean,
let's hold hands and jump from the building.
And jump from the building.
Not because we suicide or just because we just want to feel the air through our hair.
Thank you very much. Peace.
All right, bye-bye.
You see it, can't you see?
It's showtime, folks.
I heard you tell your friends I be off, but take me out to they play like small, but you say you see I'm for my eyes. Guys like me to the lie. A baby girl I know could deny though. Me I be that boy and I soft though, but I just want to be your man. I hope say you understand. Say I was so weak for so long, but now your love will make me strong. Now you make me sing this song. Girl, don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like diving in an ocean. Girl, take my hand, we're diving together. Girl, come chill for my corner. We can do anything you wanna. Girl, don't be shy with me. Relax. next to me, give me that energy. Your body next to me is all that I'm wanting, baby. Yeah, I've been searching for so long, but I don't want to look no more. I sing for you all night long, just don't make me wait too long. I know loving me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together. Like diving in an ocean. Go take my hand, we're diving together. I know loving me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassi,
Ekanem.
I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Baby, you captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you captured me. Oh, can't you feel it? Can't you feel it, girl? Can't you see her? Can't you see, baby, you captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you captured my heart. Ooh, do. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Do, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh. Make we push this COVID-19 away. Far away.
Everybody got to realize it. For this life, no one life we get. Everybody got to realize. For this life, you don't get to duplicate. Keep to the rules and regulations, yeah. Stay for your house, make you know they go out, Now for your good, the government just pass that law, Now for your good, make everybody they safe, Stay house, make you know they go out,
Make you know they go out,
For this time, Corona no girlfriend,
You don't get friend,
Stay house, make you know they go out,
Make you know they go out,
For this time, Corona no girlfriend, Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene, make you day your house, Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene, make you day your house, Everybody stop waka. Make we stay house for the better. Make we stay house for the better. Everybody stop waka. Everybody stop waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Everybody stop waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Corona never get the cure. Everybody make you sanitize. Corona, it no be our friend, Oh yeah, keep distance. Oh yeah, stop to the waka. Sanitize your hand. Social distancing.
6 feet away.
Keep it good hygiene.
You wash your hand.
Make you day your house. Sanitize your hand. Social distancing. Keep it good hygiene.
Wash your hand well.
Make you day your house. Sanitize your hand. Social distancing.
Make you cover your
Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house. Sanitize your hand. Social distancing.
6 feet away.
Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house.
This is brought to you by the Nigerian News and sponsored by Patriots Club of Nigeria.
It's ODJB. ODJ on this one, yeah. Oh, yeah. Audio, you're busting my brain, judge. The way you're busting my brain, no girl can correct it, no way. Yeah. When you touch me, you spin my world around. I'ma get double everything where you carry for body, oh, baby. Let me be your shoulder, my love is guaranteed. When I pull you closer, it's like falling in love again. Oh, baby, you did do me, judge. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, judge. That's why I kept falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Falling in love. Like play. Sometimes I go run away. And when I run away, I go jam heavy, go babe. Yeah, when they hook me for neck, I go run, come back again. Down on my nails, baby, I know could do it again. No way. The kind of love that you show to me, no other girl can love me the way you love me. You love to do me, Jaja. Oh baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. Oh, over and over again. I just wanna keep on falling, yeah. Over and over again. Baby, you know that I wanna keep on falling for you, yeah. Over again. I just wanna keep falling in love. I just wanna keep falling in love with you, baby. Over and over again. Baby, you know I wanna keep falling in love with you. I wanna keep on falling for you, babe. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I just wanna keep on falling in love with you, baby. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. I just wanna keep falling in love with you. ODJ is falling. Quick.
As we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, younger or older, we stand as an indivisible unit like atoms. We stand for what we have left is our right, our plight to elevate to greater heights. Touching the sky, we take flight, not to be out of sight, but in our might. So in the pitch of dark, we are a pinch of light, illuminating the night. For sight will remember us having foresight. Built from a dream, standing supreme, we are a team that beams. Even when the odds are looking slim, turning our losses to wins. As we stand together from around Africa, we speak Africa with the heart of a champion, as it is in our black heritage, to create the new Africa from past Africa. As we stand together, knowledge has no barriers, for we have conquered our fears, shifted gears to plunge further in every sphere, piercing the chest of the future like sharpened spear. We stand together to weather the storm, to be reborn, sprouting like germinated seeds of a corn, to reform a generation like the signal sound of a horn, that though by history we are torn, but what's a rose stem without thorns? We take turns to have our history spawn from a conundrum of hearts beating like a talking drum, talking from words inscribed on our minds' tabloids. We stand together as African patriots.
It's ODJ Blitz. I feel too mad for you. Yeah. I feel too crazy for you, baby. Girl, I promise you my heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promise you my love. Oh, oh, baby. I wanna share my life with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to give my heart to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little family. Now you be the one. Now you be the one. No. Oh, little family. Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna ever play you Ojoro. I'm not gonna ever play you Tinko, Tinko. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna ever busy your calling, yo. Yeah. Baby girl, let me be your provider. Say, baby, let me be your shelter. I wanna be there to cover you. Baby, let me be your muzzle. I wanna be there to fight for you. I will never fall your hand, and I will never break your heart, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured me. Oh, yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Ooh, do. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Do, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, baby. Make we push this COVID-19 away, far away.
Everybody got to realize it. For this life, now one life we get, oh. Everybody got to realize, oh. For this life, you don't get to duplicate. You don't get to duplicate. Keep to the rules and regulations, yeah. Stay for your house, oh. Make you know they go out, oh. Now for your good, the government just to pass that law, oh. Now for your good, make everybody they save, oh. Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no girlfriend, oh.
You no get friend, oh.
Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh, 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 oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Oh, oh. Make you day your house, oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house for the better. Make we stay house for the better. Everybody, everybody, everybody stop waka waka. Oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Everybody, everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better, it go better. Oh. Corona never get the cure. Everybody make you sanitize. Corona, it no be our friend, yo. Oh yeah, keep distance. Oh yeah, stop to the waka. Oh yeah, sanitize your hand, sanitize your social distancing. 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. You wash your hand. Make you day your house. Oh, sanitize your hand, sanitize. Social distancing. Social distance. Keep it good hygiene. Wash your hand well. Make you day your house. Oh, sanitize your hand, sanitize. Social distancing. Make you cover your nose. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house.
This is brought to you by the Nigerian News and sponsored by Patriots Club of Nigeria.
It's ODJB. Oh, DJ on this one, yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh. Baby, Oreo, you're busting my brain, Jaja. The way you're busting my brain, no girl can correct it, no way. Yeah. When you touch me, you spin my world around. I'ma get double everything where you carry for body, oh. Baby, let me be your shoulder. My love is guaranteed. When I pull you closer, it's like falling in love again. Oh, baby, you did do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. That's why I kept falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Falling in love. Like play. Sometimes I go run away. And when I run away, I go jam heavy, go babe. Yeah, when they hook me for nego, I go run, come back again. Down on my knees, baby, I know could do it again. No way. The kind of love that you show to me, no other girl can love me the way you love me. You love to do me, Jaja. Oh baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. Oh, over and over again. I just wanna keep on falling, yeah. Over and over again. Baby, you know that I wanna keep on falling for you, yeah. Over again. I just wanna keep falling in love. I just wanna keep falling in love with you, baby. Over and over again. Baby, you know I wanna keep falling in love with you. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I just wanna keep on falling in love with you, baby. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. I just wanna keep falling in love with you. Oh, DJ is falling. Baby.